for this one.
Bad day to be a Cowboy, I guess.
You know, about to whip some cowboy butt. You know, we here all day, all night.
Let's just sponsor me.
There's 15 undefeated teams in college football. Okay, right now, we're one of them. All right, there's 15 of us. The thing that we have done is not focus on that. Don't worry about winning and losing, focus on the process. Okay, the process is what has got us there. All right, so our job is to focus on that same process this week. You are what you do over and over and over again. Whatever you repeatedly do, that's what you are. So make sure that we are doing things the right way. Okay, and again, that's really, really important that we continue to do that. What happens is the season goes on, guys start to show up about 5 minutes later, 2 minutes later here, 3 minutes later here, and all of a sudden you become a guy that's late, whether it's to study hall, whether it's to treatment, whether it's to class, whether it's to meetings, whatever. Okay, so just don't let that stuff start to slide. It inevitably starts to happen, but don't let it happen. Okay, it starts with you, and you make sure you take care of your business every day, be where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there, okay? And it's the same thing with practicing hard, all right? The big thing we're gonna ask you to do on Saturday is empty the tank. Okay, it's gonna be our deal on Saturday. When we walk off the field on Saturday, we don't need to have anything left. We need to empty that tank on Saturday. If we do that, we're gonna love where we're at, okay?
There was a lot of, uncertainties with not only me, but the rest of my teammates. Obviously, new coaching staff coming in. There's big change, something that, a lot of us wasn't expecting. But, I mean, they came in and, showed us who they were from the start. So it was a completely different culture shift for us. He came in, hit the ground running day one, was super hard on everybody, which, we weren't really all the way used to. He put in a certain, level of discipline in us that we didn't know we needed at the time, but we obviously did, and it took some time to get used to, but once we did, everything started clicking. It took a good month and a half for everybody to just get rolling and kind of get on board with what they were talking about. At the end of the day, when they came in, we built a lot of trust with them, and obviously we have a lot of the same players from the previous years, and we've continued to stack days with Coach Kaz and Coach Dykes, with him being more of a offensive-minded quarterback. They really gave offense the boost that we needed, because coming off last year, I feel like we had the pieces that we needed, but we just were never clicking. So the new coaching staff really kind of took us to another level. Max, obviously he didn't win the job at first, but kind of what impressed me most with him is that he stayed level-headed the whole time. He never walked around mad. He kind of just stayed the course, and when it was his time to step up, he stepped up and did all the things that we already knew he could do. Which may be a surprise to a lot of other people, like coming off of last season. They feel like it wasn't his best year, but I mean we go back and forth every day at practice, and he just kind of translated to the field, and went from there. Kind of coming off my last 2 years, I kind of was already going into the season knowing how I would be covered, double coverage from the start, from the Colorado game all the way to the OU game, which in the back of my mind, obviously that was kind of frustrating at first, but then I realized I was being double covered, and at the end of the day we were still winning, and I was opening up a lot more opportunities for the inside receivers and the other outside receivers to make big plays. And once they started making those plays, the defense started clearing up, and we started getting a lot of single coverage after that. The stadium was sold out again for the second time this year, which was amazing. It was a big support to us, and every time we got a touchdown, first down, a stop or anything, they just really brought the energy, which I felt kind of helped us, lift us up throughout the game. And we take it one day at a time, game by game, but in the end, I feel like we can make it to the Big 12 championship.
Same thing as always, okay? Big thing today, you guys know this is gonna be a 60-minute football game, okay? Okay, we talked about this extensively, really, about emptying the tank. All right, let's make sure we do that today, all right? Do that with your effort, but do that also with your focus, okay? Be incredibly focused and really emotionally stable. Again, something good happens, man, get excited, get fired up, get over to the sideline, let's get settled down. We got a play to play the next play. Okay, something bad happens, same thing, man. Just regroup, get over on the sideline. We got a play to play the next play. Enjoy playing, okay? You guys, y'all deserve to get to play on a big stage, and I mean, we're ready. Okay, we're ready. All we got to do is go do our job, play hard. All right, and you're going to like the outcome if we do those two things, okay? And like I said, man, keep it cool today, okay? Just have fun playing. It's going to be a great atmosphere, all that stuff. But, man, play for each other. And that's why you're in the position that you're in right now, is because you've done a great job of sacrificing for each other, holding each other accountable, and being accountable to the guy next to you. All right, let's continue to do that today. All right, do our job for the guy next to you, even when it's hard to do. Okay? Have a blast. Can't wait to watch you play. All right, let's get a finish on 3. 1, 2, 3, finish.
This deal today, you guys know the deal, you know the recipe. All you gotta do is follow the recipe. And like I said from the get-go, all you have to do is your job. Okay, great effort, do your job. That will be good enough for us to not just win the football game, but we'll kick the shit out of these guys. Do your job, play harder than the guy across from you, and get after his for 60 minutes of TCU football. All right, let's go win a game. Hey, let's go. Finish on 3. Finish on 3. 1, 2, 3, finish.
On a 90-degree day in Fort Worth, Texas, a sellout crowd is finally into Amon G. Carter Stadium for a huge battle in the Big 12 between two of the top 13 teams in the country. Number 8, Oklahoma State, and number 13, TCU. Oklahoma State won the toss and deferred, so TCU will receive. Here's a deep throw, man is open, and it is caught at the 1-yard line by Quentin Johnson. It's a run for Duggan, and a TCU touchdown. Oklahoma State, one of the least penalized teams in the country. Here's Kendre Miller, untouched until he got inside the 20. He's got speed. He has 4 career punt return touchdowns, and a big return to the 30-yard line. Griffin Kell trying the field goal, and it is good.
Okay, let's go. Get it here tight. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, hey, real simple. Okay, look, we made a bunch of mistakes in the first half. Okay, a bunch of mistakes, bunch of uncharacteristic stuff in the first half. But you know what? It's over. It's out of our system. It's gone. Okay, now all we got to do is play TCU football the second half. Okay, let's play harder than those guys and do our job better. Same thing, we're down 11 points. That's going to be good enough for us to come back and win. Believe me when I tell you that. All right, play harder and do your job. We do those two things, we're going to win this football game. Doesn't take any miracles, no bullshit, none of that. We just got to play hard and do our job. Hey, and we got to play for 30 minutes now, as hard as we've ever played. Okay, let's leave everything we got on the field for the second half. All right, let's go. Leave it on the field. Let's go. All right, empty the take on 3. 1, 2, 3.
And he pulls it down. They were alert. They dropped Spencer Sanders for a loss. It was Jamoy Hodge, the DeMercado. They're sticking with the run, and he refuses to go down. Very near another first down inside the 40. Miller slices through a hole. Great balance. And finally wrestled down at the 13-yard line.
Sanders erases mistakes.
Richardson stopped at the line of scrimmage, so here comes a big third down. On 3rd and 7. No pressure on Sanders. Presley incomplete. Good defensive play by Bud Clark. TCU has the Wildcats next week. There's a 3rd down stop. So it's the TCU defense that is doing its job. Darius Davis got away from Jaden Nixon. Picks up some blocks. And an electric return by one of the best return men in the country. They bring a blitz from Daniels. It was picked up. Now a floating throw again. Caught by Johnston. And it's a first down all the way to the 22-yard line. They sent Davis in motion. It's Duggan, fakes the option pitch, and he has the first down. Andre Miller lowers his head and has a touchdown for TCU. Go back to the pistol. A lot of faking by Sanders. Deep ball. And it is intercepted. First career interception for Bud Clark, a sophomore from Alexandria, Louisiana.
Yes, sir. Him. Ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new.
Sanders trying to take off running, broke through one tackle, but could not escape. He's down for a loss of a yard. And he throws a spin move. Johnston, that spin move, sheds another. He can fly, and they knocked him out of bounds. To the 25 of Oklahoma State in 5 plays. Duggan fires. Caught! Wow. High throw and a nice catch at the 11-yard line. DiMercado gave it to Duggan. They have a receiver open. Another floating throw. It got to Wiley, and he got to the end zone.
That's how you stay down. That's how you stay down. Come on now. We here. I'm telling you. You're not playing, bro.
Has some running room. He's going to try it. He made 1 man miss. 2 men miss, but not the third. What an effort. Heading to overtime, TCU at one point was down 24-7. They rallied back 2 touchdowns in the 4th quarter to send us to overtime. Duggan has a man open. It's Johnston for the touchdown.
The run fake fooled the Oklahoma State defense, and why wouldn't you go to this guy? Had the game-winning touchdown a week ago against Kansas.
Johnson couldn't hang on as he got hit hard by Bud Clark.
Bud Clark has shown up today.
Again, a 3-man rush and a high throw behind Johnson with Josh Newton in coverage. And now Mike Gundy has a tough decision to make. Duggan pulled it back under. Duggan lunging for the goal line. Down short of the goal line.
What an effort.
So they give it to Miller. Touchdown! TCU wins.
Hey, mop the floor high to the west side just to keep them slipping.
Hey, we're going bowling. We're going bowling. Hey, what are you going to say now?
We're going bowling! Let's go!
Go in the Carter.
That was awesome.
Hey!
remember why all this happened, okay? Hey, remember this happened because of what we did in January, in February, and March, and April. It happened what we did this week in practice. Hey, it happened when you sit down and eat every day. It happened when you have enough discipline to go to bed and do things the right way. So hey, it's not an accident. It's not an accident. This happened. I couldn't be more proud of you. If you keep paying in, guess what? You get to take money out of the bank. Hey, listen now, listen. Hey, one more thing. Hey, enjoy it. Hey, enjoy it tonight. Be smart. Take care of each other. Okay, take care of each other tonight. Don't do something to hurt our team. Let me just say this. Never have I been more proud of a group of people in my life. You guys hung in there. It wasn't pretty. Defense, you guys played off in the second half. Hey, like I said, I love you guys. I'm proud of you. Hey, let's enjoy tonight. Let's go to work tomorrow. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Riff, ram, ba, zoo, liggy, liggy, zoo, zoo, woo, wow,